So yeah, I thought I'd start recording.
Might as well.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
but there's going to be a few more people jumping in anyway. I sent the call out on Facebook, so I thought let's start the recording anyway. Because
And
there's
you have your helpers in the background. That's good.
oh yeah, the
Oh,
one, two, I don't know where the
two.
other one
Yeah,
is.
I didn't see the black one for a minute. Very good camouflage.
Oh yeah. But yeah, thank you both for joining me on this session today.
Looking forward.
Hmm,
Thank
hmm,
you. You're
hmm.
welcome. Thank you.
That's all
Yeah.
right.
How many people are you expecting?
Well,
It's really good.
from
You've offered it to people.
yes, I
They
did a count
replied.
and it's like around 30, but a few people have come back to
Wow.
me saying that they either at work can't attend or they're doing another training, which is fine. So
Yeah,
so I thought I may as well record it anyway, and then I'm still deciding whether or not to keep
that's
it as
good.
a private video or a public video. So I'll figure it out later on.
Yeah.
But
So can we have the link to that in case we want to refer to it again? You got to
yeah, of
send it to
course.
everyone who's
Yeah, yeah,
wanting.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that's
yeah.
yeah.
And I thought
Wonderful.
this is also another perfect way to share with the community and also practice the coaching side of it as well.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. Was it? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, we may as well kick it off now. So for
Yeah.
those who are coming in, I'll get notified anyway. They'll
Yeah.
be in the waiting
Yeah.
room. So
Yeah.
welcome aboard, Joy and Donna. Appreciate you both for coming. And also for those people who are watching on the replay, how's it going?
You're missing out. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
Well, this is a great way for us to play around with the tool itself. And I just wanted to know first, have you both heard of Otter AI?
Otter
No.
AI, I have. Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as I said earlier, use it very, very, what do you call that? Not in any professional way, just very casually.
Yeah,
But I
fair
want to
enough.
know more about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
very
then,
useful.
Screen app IO,
yeah.
but this might be a similar product, but I'm interested to yeah.
Okay. But you have heard
Yeah.
of the tool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Perfect. All right, brilliant. Yeah, I just wanted to double check with the both of you. And also maybe for the people online who's watching, if you don't know of the app Otter AI, it is a note-taking tool. Really helpful, especially during your meetings. It could be used online meetings such as this or
Mm.
in-person meetings as well.
Mhm.
All right, brilliant. So before we carry on, are you, or Joy, I'll go to you first. Do you have the app with you now? Is it on or available that you can
Uh,
follow along?
yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I've opened it. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
But I haven't done anything with it. I just open it ready to record or whatever it is I need to do.
Okay, that's fine because we can play around with it. And I realized I'm not sharing my screen. So let me start doing that first. All right, where are
Okay.
we? So I'll share my screen. So that way, for those who are watching, they'll know what I'm speaking about. All right, perfect.
Do you
So,
have a, is this the free one or is this
I'm glad
paid
that you
for one?
asked that. So, for those who are tuning in, there is a massive difference between the free version and the paid version. So, I have purchased the paid version, and I'm trying to remember how much it was because it originally starts with an USD pricing. So, I think I may have paid 300-ish AUD, something around that.
Oh, whoa,
Yeah,
for a
but that's
year.
for the year though. That's for the year.
Mm,
And I
still, yeah.
yeah, and I thought that would since I'm in and out of meetings, I thought I may as well use that. The difference between the
$20 a month,
pro
Carl.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the difference between the free version and the paid version, the free version only allows you 300 minutes per month, whereas with the paid version, it gives you 1,200 minutes. So I think that's 60 hours, if my math is right, give or take. But
Mm-hmm.
that only is for the month. So if you are thinking of missing out on your hours, then use the app as much as you can. However, the amount does not roll over to the next month, it resets. So that's one thing that you have to keep in mind. One of the limitations of this app, or of the paid version, is it allows you to record an hour and a half worth of recordings.
Oh, so sorry, there's a pro version which is $8.33 USD a month, and that's the 90-minute conversation.
Yeah.
And then the business version is 20 USD a month, which is 4 hours per conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. So it is based on your own preference and how often you'll be using the app for. For me, I was jumping in and out of meetings, so therefore I thought I'd find it beneficial for me to use the pro version rather than the free version. And throwing out a disclaimer as well, I'm not sponsored by Otter.ai or affiliated with them. This is me using this as a tool to help me with my business.
Is it all right to interrupt and ask questions as you're going along? Or do you want it at the very end of it?
No, that's of course, Joy. Since it's a smaller, intimate crowd, then yeah, by all means, jump in.
So what you say is 90 minutes. Oh, we can have, but once we close it, we can start the next 90 minutes immediately, or yeah, because all right. So you don't have to wait for a day to come in again with another 90 minutes.
That's correct. Yes.
As long as during the month you have no more than whatever it was that you said, how many hours that we can. Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Thank you.
So think of it as sessions. So let's say if you were to open Otter.ai with, actually, let's call in my AI thing. So with my note taker, it should have joined our session. And I'm wondering why it didn't. So let's find out as to why. If you are wanting to add your Otter.ai or your note taker, simply jump into, well, what you see now is the home page. And there's a little button up here called record. If you were to click on that.
Record, yeah.
When my internet gets there, my internet's being funny. Oh, there we go. So we can see here that there's a section you could place your recording link. So if you were to place this link, or the Zoom link, or whatever meeting that you're in, what happened? My thing just went funny. All right, hang on.
Seems to have gone to that place you want to put your.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can see it's recording the session. All right. So when my internet gets there.
Yeah. While you're waiting, you're talking about the note taker. Is that a note taker of Zoom that you thought might have come in already?
Yes. So whenever you bring your note taker into a meeting such as this, it would appear as another person that's in the session.
Oh, okay. If you have
yeah. So we should have my note taker come in saying that it's recording, but I'm not sure why it's not doing it. But for some reason, it is recording, which is good anyway, because this is an live example of what you would see during the recording. And this is the session that we're doing now.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not doing anything. It's not sort of recording anything on script.
I'm glad you pointed that out, because right now we're only seeing the home page. And the home page is based on the different sessions that I've had within the month or within the recording session. So as you can see here, I've had a few recordings or a few sessions yesterday, Tuesday and Monday. In order to take a look at the session, it's a matter of clicking onto the session itself. So as the meeting progresses, we could see the note taker transcribing what we're speaking about. So once it's loaded completely, we'll be able to see the different names. The AI tool will identify the people in the room. So for example, Joy, it will state on the notes, whenever you speak, it will write it as your name, as we see on screen. So Joy space R. And then for Donna, it will be written as Robin So D. So whatever you see as displayed on your Zoom name.
Right.
A great thing about this is you can edit the speakers. So right now we can't really see anything as it's recorded live. However, if we were to go back to home and use a previous session that I've done, so let's go with this one. Once it loads, it will identify the two speakers. And if in the instance, the AI note taker does not pick up the person's name and identifies them as a speaker, a generalized thing, you have the ability to change that person's name. So yesterday I was speaking to Zach, and this is what the note taker picked up based off his displayed name on Zoom. And of course, I can change it by clicking on the picture. And if it's a brand new person, you can enter the person's name. And once you've created that tag for that person, the AI tool will recognize the person's voice and associate it to that speaker. Any questions so far?
I do have one, and that's yeah, I have one. You know, the note taker, what do you call say the note taker? You're talking about the Otter, right? You're talking about Otter.
Yeah.
The reason I'm asking is, you know, Zoom itself has its own, like right now, has its own blinking thing, and that's a note taker as well.
Zoom will have its
So
own. It would transcribe
yes,
the session for you. But I think that
yes,
if in the instance you were to record the session.
yes, and you are recording now.
Yes. Yeah.
So that means there are two recordings, two transcriptions. They will not mix together, right? They will not mix.
That's correct.
The Zoom transcription will be separate to this one.
Correct.
So that they will be saved in different places.
Yeah.
And Carl, why is this one better than the Zoom one then? What
The
exactly
reason,
do you get?
yeah, the reason why I would prefer this one, Otter.ai, compared to Zoom, is because I can take it anywhere with me. And what I mean by that is I've got it on my phone. So if I am in a meeting in person, it's a matter of jumping on the app and then hitting record. However, on Zoom, that's of course limited to Zoom. You have to be in a Zoom session for it to
Right.
record.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, Joy, it's two separate entities.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So as yeah.
You answered the question that I didn't even have, but now it's good because Dawn has just answered it. So you can actually use Otter on its own. It doesn't have to be with Zoom or anything like that. It's like
Correct. Yeah.
And it could be on any video that you like, a YouTube or anything, hey?
Yeah. So let's say if you have a previous training video, you can upload your video onto Otter and it will transcribe without the video for you.
Yeah, I've got a similar app. It's Screen app, and it does the same thing. I was just looking to see where the price differences were because it does exactly the same stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so
what is the name of your app, Donna?
Screenapp.ai. Screenapp.io, sorry.
Screenapp. Okay.
But I paid for mine as well. So the freebie version for any of them isn't really worth it. You don't get much out of it.
Yeah, it's more of a sampler than anything.
I liked it because you could summarize stuff. You could just let it run and then summarize it down.
Yeah.
I'm saving.
Well, that's with this tool. Oh, I'm guessing with any other AI tools, what you can do is you can access the AI feature where you're treating it like a chat and asking your assistant what happened in this meeting, what are the key takeaways.
Yeah, FAQ it. Yeah.
So let's use the meeting with Zach as the example. It's given me a breakdown of the session summary. It's given me the action items and highlighted each topic that we covered during that session. But if you were to look to the right, this is where I can ask specifically what happened in this meeting, or what are the key takeaways, or what should I be concerned about? So it gives you a few suggestions as well. So such as rate my performance in this meeting, recap positive and negative moments, draft the follow-up email. So think of it as your assistant, your digital assistant that's writing your notes for you. And if you needed to write an email or organize something, you can prompt it by using the chat bar.
So did you prompt all that thing on the right, or that just comes up and then you put a further prompt on it?
So this is all suggestions by the app.
You can click on them, leave them
in. So let's say if we were to type in, let's have a choose your own adventure. What would you guys want for me to click on? Or
Good, Donna, what do you want?
Someone else's meeting. we don't want to stalk Zach's meeting.
No, this is my meeting between him and I, but this is a great play around what we could jump in on. What would you suggest?
Okay, let's say draft a follow-up email.
All
right. Yeah, that's a good one.
Try that one. Oh, are you wanted the adventure?
So I've now clicked on the follow-up email. It's now creating.
Oh my goodness.
So there we go. And we can even ask the assistant anything that's out, really what you can think of.
What are my actions from this meeting? I do that all the time at work at the moment. I no longer take any notes from any meeting.
And another reason why I use this, especially with my clients, is so I can be presently listening to
instead
of
writing down and thinking.
Correct.
For sure.
Correct, because my handwriting, it's like a doctor's handwriting, and sometimes I can't even read my own writing.
I know, that's me. Yeah, that's me too. I'm on a keyboard.
And you're not fully present because you're thinking about, how do I spell that or whatever.
Exactly. Yes. And as for typing, I'm a good typer, but sometimes it's not as accurate, and I'm just typing away. But again, I'm not present in the session. So what are my actions for this meeting? It's now given me a summary as to what are my actions. And we have someone else coming in.
Just asking now, Carl, would
Welcome,
you
Gami.
And also Donna, would you suggest we can use this while we have a coaching session? You think they don't feel like we're being intrusive? Have you ever used it?
That's a great question, Joy. Rule of thumb is, because Otter.ai is a recording tool, firstly, Gami, hey Gami, welcome aboard.
Hello.
How's it going? So going back to you, Joy, since it is a recording tool, it's good etiquette to let your client know that the session is recorded. And of course, the reason why you're recording the session. So usually whenever I have my note taker. I let my client know that it's recorded and it's used for training and coaching purposes. So it's establishing that connection from the start.
Yeah.
I think most people accept it. I don't know, most people probably from a corporate environment would accept it nowadays because it's so
Standardized.
Workplace,
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, 100%. I would always tell them, do you mind
Yeah.
it's instead of using a pen, it's like the new world, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Who writes down notes? Yeah.
And this one is more accurate, really, more accurate than if you wrote it down. It's more complete because you're actually recording it as it is.
I guess you always got to reread it, don't you? I had one today where it was in a team meeting and it interpreted something about sliding into an elephant, and I'm like, reading it out loud in front of everyone. Oh my God!
Sliding into an elephant.
Yeah. Throwing a disclaimer here. Sometimes the app is not accurate picking up words. So I'll use myself as the example. My name's Carl, but sometimes it writes it as Carol, which is weird.
Right. Depends how you speak it, say it. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. So it's not 100% accurate, but if you can make out what it's trying to say, then yes.
And you can change it anyway. You can edit.
Yeah. So Gami, I was showing Donna, Joy, and those who are watching the replay what we can do during the session. So once the session's over, you treat it like if it's an assistant. And the first part we did was we asked the app to create an email for us. And then Donna suggested, what are the main points? And another suggestion I can throw out is, did I use any filler words in this meeting?
Oh, really?
So this is also a way for you to improve the way you communicate. So that's why I always tell my clients, if you don't have anyone to check how you speak, you can always record yourself. And this is also another great way for you to
good idea.
See if you've got any filler words or non-verbal filler words.
Upskilling, keeping yourself upskilled using the tools.
Yeah. So it says, yes, I've used several filler words. Shocking of me, damn. Gami, you've got a question? Oh, you're frozen.
Thank you, Carl. I'm just checking, is it a paid version or is this available in the free version as well?
Yeah, that's available in the free version. You mean the typing the notes and
this type to option, the typing option and to understand what it is. So I've been using Fathom for this purpose.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I believe that you can use this part, but there are limitations as to how often you can jump in. Hey, Anne, how's it going? Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it says that I have used
I have another question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you suggest, and again, I can ask all the coaches here, or to suggest to the client that they want a copy of the conversation, or you just want to leave that all alone?
That is to your discretion.
Special action items. Yeah.
No, I always send a copy of, I use Fathom for recording and it gives a summary of the meeting. And I always send the summary to my
good idea.
Clients.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing.
Because it's a reminder of the action items that you had agreed on. And it's like, it's there already rather than.
Yeah.
And if you've checked it and it's correct, I mean, why wouldn't you, I suppose?
And it's a great segue into the next part, because before, what I used to do is I would go right to the top of the overview and I would click and highlight all the way to the bottom. And I realized, and I even asked myself, there has to be a quicker way to do this. I can't just be highlighting everything and scrolling down.
Yeah.
Until I realized the
Yep.
magic of the three dots on the top right-hand corner.
Uh-huh.
And the three dots gives
Where
you
is that
other
three dots?
options.
Where? Can you
It's
point?
on the top right-hand corner.
Next to share. Next to
Yes.
share.
So there's share, and then there's like
Okay.
a copy link icon,
Mm-hmm.
and the icon next to that is the three dots.
Yep.
So if you were to click on that, then it gives you a few options. So if we're wanting to export or save the chat onto a document, then it's a matter of exporting it. So if you were to click on export, it
Uh-huh.
would give you the ability as to what would you like as the format. So the format is based on the transcript. Well, firstly, the format, the file format. Do you want it as a Word document, a text document, a clipboard, PDF, or SRT? Popular ones are
Mm-hmm.
the Microsoft Word document and the PDF. And these are the
Mm.
other options you can add to that, displaying the speaker names, the timestamps, showing the highlights, showing the
Oh.
images. And once you're happy with that, you click on export and it will provide you that document. And going back to your question, Joy, whether or not you decide to hand the information to your client, at least you now have it in a Word document. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
And you can just pick out what you want to send to them. Like, it doesn't have to have all the transcript. You could just say the action points that you've decided on. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and just
don't
email
need to.
your email.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So when I discovered the three dots, that saved me a lot of time rather than highlighting everything right from the bottom. But
That's
then
good.
if you want something quicker than that, then you can click on copy summary. And that will just copy everything. And then you can paste it
Copy
onto,
summary. Okay.
yeah. And that's when you can paste it onto a Word document of your choosing.
Okay, so the copy summary only does the summary, not the transcript, or
Well,
it does everything.
let's have a look. So what I'll do is I'll open up a document. So I've clicked on copy summary. Let's get a Word document going. And let's paste it in. So now that I've pasted it in, it's only given me the summary and action items.
Oh, good. That's all you need, really.
Yeah, so it is up to you what you would want, but this is showcasing what else you could do in effective, efficient ways on capturing that information. Another thing, let's say using an online scenario like this, if someone were to switch on their Otter.ai and plant it into this meeting, I believe that the recording will stop because it's transferring across a different unit.
Ah.
So that's why it's just a matter of seeing whether or not you are able to bring an AI tool to a webinar or such. But if it's a big webinar, I don't think that people would allow you to have your note taker. Because I remember I would be in a few webinars, someone would transfer their note taker into the session, and then it stops the host's recording. But yeah, just more of a FYI for you guys.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're wanting to be organized and have everything all together, then you can create folders for yourself. So let's say if you're wanting to create a specific folder, let's use ICI as an example, ICI clients, then you could create that. And whenever you have your client sessions, you can transfer those sessions into that specific folder.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay.
And to do
How did you
that,
create the folder, Carl?
yes, so see how you've got on the left-hand
Oh, okay.
side, the bars,
Right.
see how it's got folders? If you were to click on the plus sign, you'll have a pop-up menu that appears, and that's when you'll be able to label your folder.
Right.
And if you want to transfer a session into it, it's a matter of going into the session, clicking on the three dots, and moving it. So if you were to click on move, you'll be able to allocate where would you like that session to go to. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good.
Any questions so far with what we've covered so far?
Zach, I have one. I apologize. I know I came in a bit late, so you've probably covered this already. So thank you for actually hosting this webinar tonight. What I wanted to find out, I've been using Otter.ai for a while, but I've been using it purely to sort of transcribe my thoughts when I drive. I drive a lot, and I always have like a load of stuff going on in my head. So I've been using it for that. I've actually never used it for meetings. No, I lie. I've used it for meetings once before, but I had it on my iPad. And then obviously I had my computer in the back, so it was recording off the iPad. Is Otter.ai able to go into a meeting similar to Fireflies? Is that what you're showing here, or is it still sort of a standalone system?
That's an excellent question. And I like how you use it to record your thoughts. So I was telling Joy and Donna earlier that it's a great way to see how you are tracking with your filler words. And I had an example of how many filler words that I use in a meeting, and I was surprised that it said 7. Shame on me, but that's another story. But in regards to meetings, yeah, as long as put it this way, the microphone will pick up any sound, any voices that's in its vicinity. So if you're in a crowded place, let's say a in-person session or like a conference,
Yep.
as long as everyone's quiet, it will pick up the speaker. But if someone's next to you speaking, it would also pick up that person.
We were talking before, I mean, even things like YouTube videos and stuff like that, and then you can summarize them down afterwards. So
yeah,
really good.
Yeah, I actually do that all the time. If I sort of listen to a really good like Tony Robbins thing that goes on for half an hour, then I hit the record button. Another thing I know it's really good for is my daughter's got an iPad, and the iPad also comes with like a transcriber, but Otter.ai is much nicer. If she's sitting in a class lecture room, like she just hits the record button, makes notes as she's going, and then obviously it summarizes. So that's really good as well.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
But the only thing I was wondering is, is there a way that we can include, like Fireflies AI? That one is the one that as you start a meeting, it comes into the meeting room with you, and then it won't pick up, obviously whatever room sounds are going on in the room. So I was just wondering if Otter has that functionality, or if it's not really. Is it sort of just like a standalone that you'd need another device to be recording it?
Yeah, in regards to that, and it does have that feature where you can tell the AI app to join the meeting. So if you went to, let me see if I could show you guys. So on calendar, it would tell me what meetings I have that's coming up. So let's use tomorrow as the example. I've got my client here, my coaching client, and I can simply click on this button, and now I've told the app to join that session.
Okay,
I'm
assuming you set the settings up in the back when you set up Otter.ai, you linked it up to your camera or to your calendar. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I purposely switched off the feature to join the session because I'd rather control when I wanted to join the session.
Okay.
Another thing, an important thing as well, this goes to everyone, and for those who are watching the replay, when you are running a session, as in recording a session, don't forget to switch it off, to press stop on the recording, because if once the meeting's done, the AI tool doesn't know that. It still thinks that it's still present and it's still recording all the other voices in the room. So you have to press stop yourself. If you don't, you will
You mean
start.
we stop recording?
Yeah, stop the AI, the Otter.ai recording. Because it will still record, and that means it will start showing up all your time or your minutes on the app. So I learned that the hard way. I wasted
all your personal conversations 3 days later are popping up.
Yeah, exactly. the transcript look like this. How does this work? How am I supposed to do this? Okay, how do I this and it's just me voicing my thoughts.
So good.
So,
Yeah, thanks for
Carl,
that. That's amazing.
That's all right, Anne. Yes, Joy. Yeah.
the calendar, is that part of the Otter?
Yes, it
Or
is.
how did the calendar appear there?
So the calendar is a separate part on, if you were to click on the calendar section, the tab, it will display
Is that
Out of Otter, is it?
part of Otter, correct. However, you
is it part of
you have to link it with your program.
What program? Link it with
So for example,
Zoom.
I've got Outlook integrated with the app.
Okay.
So
you've got Outlook and Otter integrated.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
So in order to do that, if you were to go to your settings, and there's a section that will ask you what apps, external apps you want to be linked with your AI note taker. So if you were to click on apps, you'll be able to see. So if you've got these apps.
Zoom. So you haven't got it linked with Zoom, or you do?
I do, yeah.
You do? Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Dropbox, Google, Microsoft, HubSpot.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Or you could link it with HubSpot.
Is that account?
Because you use HubSpot, don't you?
Yes, I do, yeah.
And then it could save into the files for your clients automatically, couldn't it?
Yeah, correct.
You think? Sorry, Joy.
So how did you get to that account setting? Is that with the Zoom thing or with the Otter thing? It's got to be the Otter, I guess.
Yeah, so
things in Otter.
Yeah, so all you need to do is jump into this section here. If you were to click on that and jump into account settings, and it will take you to this page.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's handy. I've got to admit, the tool is handy, especially if, let's use Anne as the example. Anne uses it to write down her thoughts, especially if you're driving, you can't be writing at the same time. So it's placing it on the phone, having it while you're speaking out loud, perfect way to use it. Same goes for in-person meetings. I remember I had to jump into a meeting. I didn't have a pen on me, so I used the app, recorded the meeting. Of course, I asked if it's okay with the other person. The other person said yes, and carried on with the meeting. Had the summary and everything. And if it's a Zoom session or a Google Meets, it's a matter of copying the invite link, placing it into your meetings in this section here, and then it will send the host an invite, whether or not it will accept your AI app in there. And another function is to have any videos that you've created yourself or any files or links, and you can place it onto this app so you could transcribe it, take notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can check how many filler words you've used on all your content that you've created.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah, go for it, Joy.
Carl, when you say your lecture or something, you can put in paste that into that meeting spot there. What would that look like?
That's a good question. How about
it wouldn't be a URL, would it?
Well, what we can do is we can upload something. Where is it?
Why is this not working?
Or if it's a YouTube thing, you can put it there. Is that what you're saying? You can put a YouTube inside that little box, a YouTube URL?
No, there is a place where you can import your files, but I think it's not showing me at the moment because I'm currently recording.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Because normally what I would do is I would grab a audio or video file from my laptop and then jump into Otter.
You drag and drop it probably, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
file.
the caveat to that is if you are on the free version, you'll be limited to how much it will transcribe. Whereas with the pro version, that will only allow me an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is an option for the phone, an option up for the phone.
Sorry, Joy, your audio went funny on me. Are you able to repeat that?
So there is an app. Is there an Otter app for the phone?
Yes.
For the telephone? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Because
they
obviously, so you can carry it around with you.
Correct. I can quickly show you what it looks similar to the desktop version.
I'm sorry.
So it's
not very clear.
similar.
Okay, that's the but not the other the icon. Yeah, great. Thank you. Oh, all right.
So it's similar to
Thank you very much.
Using the app on the phone is similar to what we see on the laptop version. Cool. Any questions?
No, that's been really helpful, actually. To be honest,
Just to clarify what you said earlier.
Let's
go ahead, Anne.
Oh, no, that's all good. I was just saying I actually wasn't aware that there was a computer version of Otter.ai. I've only ever known it to be on the phone as a transcription, almost like a proper transcriber. So really good that it is on the computer. And I saw that you were saying you were opening up files. So if you are having coaching sessions with your clients, you can actually file each one under coaching. And then, depending on who it is, you can even go further down and drill down further into each of the clients. So that's really helpful.
Yeah, exactly. So let's use let's use this session as the example. And we can play around with it. You can even ask questions while you're live. So when my internet allows me. So we can, what would you like to ask? Because right now this is live and we can even do we can ask it a question based off this session.
Oh, so I suppose let's imagine we're in a coaching session and you can and we can ask, what are 5 questions I can ask someone? Are you able to do something like that where you can sort of integrate your coaching with what you need? Yeah, so what are 5 questions I can ask someone who is having suicidal thoughts?
Oh, goodness, yes.
That's cool.
I'm just thinking like that would be something you'd need a quick answer, right? So help me quickly. Yeah, this one doesn't like that.
Fair enough.
ChatGPT does that though. ChatGPT is very good at that.
It's nice to know that safety protection's there.
But then what we can do, let's use this as an example. We can ask, how many people joined the session? Okay.
Oh, that's really cool.
So it's really...
Sorry, I didn't get that.
So what I did, Joy, was just using Anne's question on how we can tailor the meeting. it didn't give us what we wanted. So I thought I'd ask the note taker a different question to showcase what we can do during the session and how we can leverage off Otter.ai. And I asked it how many people joined the session. And it said, based on the transcript, and it included our names, 5 people were mentioned.
Okay.
Or even in general, let's say we're in a meeting. Let's pretend this is a corporate meeting, and we're halfway through. You could type in the takeaways. And now it's giving me the current key takeaways from what we've discussed.
Very good.
It's really handy.
Yeah.
Very
Nice
handy.
tools like that, eh? Sort of, I love learning new gadgets that save you time and stuff. So
Yeah.
quite,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
quite a gem. Yeah. Cool.
I had a question, Carl.
Yeah.
That panel on the right, that automatically comes up like that, or do you have to click something so that we can have a panel, this little section there that we can type our questions, like what is the takeaway?
Yeah, so the chat panel is automatically there.
Okay.
It will suggest what you want to ask the AI tool. And you've got a chat feature on the bottom to type what you want to ask it.
Okay.
And then there's other tabs here, such as outline and comments. So this is what it's doing in the background. So these are the different topics we've covered. And it's happening all in real time as well.
Cool.
Yeah. Then there's no comments yet, but that's what Otter.ai is all about. It really helps, especially with your clients, or if you're listening to a webinar or even an in-person seminar.
I'm going to try it on my phone. I haven't tried it on the phone yet.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. But any questions? Any other
I
questions?
just did. So once you finished, what do you do?
So
Like say stop recording if
yes.
it's less than 90 minutes.
Yes. So once
you said earlier we must remember to stop recording.
Oh, I think you're frozen there, Joy. Oh,
I've got you.
are you there, Joy?
I keep dropping off. Sorry.
No, you're all right.
My internet's bad.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
Can you repeat that again for me, please?
So doesn't it automatically stop at 90 minutes? Sorry, Carl, to interrupt, but doesn't it automatically stop at 90 minutes?
Yes, so it stops recording any information after 90 minutes.
Okay.
But if you end your session before the 90 minutes, the recording feature will still continue. So that's why I say make sure that you manually press stop once your session's done, especially on the laptop or the PC version. It doesn't recognize that the Zoom or the Google Meets has ended. Otherwise, you'll see transcripts of you speaking out loud with your thoughts or whatever you're talking about, like what I did before.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty handy to play around with as well. So my suggestion is for those who aren't comfortable yet with AI, still feeling that ick, I'd say play around with it. Even if you take small steps like recording yourself or even your thoughts or even pressing record and just seeing what it does. It's a great way to chunk smaller pieces.
Yeah. So going back to the saving of the session, Well, then you will say allocate it to whatever file you want to put it,
Correct.
saving it to a certain
Yeah.
folder.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
So
Mhm.
on the left-hand side here, you can create your folders and categorize it in any shape and form based on what you want.
And they say
Because,
move to whatever that is.
yeah, because when you click on home, you'll see all your sessions there. But if you're wanting to pinpoint specific sessions, so right now you can see the current session that we've got along with the other sessions I've had previously. But if I'm wanting to isolate it to, let's say, my marketing, only my marketing conversations, then that's what we got here. One benefit that I forgot to mention, if you are using it on your PC or laptop, let's use this chat as an example, it will take screenshots of your sessions. So whenever you're speaking, whether you're sharing your screen, it will take screenshots of it. So I'll give you an example once it's loaded. When we get there.
Because I do that on Zoom, like instead of copying the graph or whatever that we have, I'll just screenshot and put in a document.
Yeah. So for example, this is one of the topics we were speaking of, and it started taking screenshots. So the person was sharing their screen. And they were showing me this other AI tool that can help you with the social media posting. That I can cover in a different session if I get a response that they want me to. But this is me learning from this person. And funny enough, yeah, this was the start of me understanding the social media side of using AI.
So sorry, were they sharing their screen and Otter has taken snapshots of the screen? Oh,
Correct.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
So it's now given me a reference point based off that conversation.
Cool.
Did you ask Otter to take the screenshot, or just itself?
It did it by itself because the person was sharing their screen. They were showing me what they were showing me, and the AI app started taking pictures.
Yeah. Interesting that it knew that, right?
Yeah. So it's interesting. And yeah, the pictures were based off the person sharing their screen.
Wow, that's really excellent. That's very useful. Very useful.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, it can't do it with the phone version because it's only recording the voices within its proximity.
Cool.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Any other questions?
No, pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome you did this, Carl.
That's all right.
Great job, Carl.
So my suggestion is this is my take on it anyway. Play around with it until it breaks. That's my way around it, because once it breaks, you can figure out why did it do that.
Yeah, you spend the next 2 hours trying to work out how to unbreak it. You'll know it inside out then.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you'll become an expert.
Yeah, exactly. So for those who are watching, play around with it. Get your hands dirty, and even if you want to practice it within your triad session, go for it.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way to learn. That's just by getting in there.
Yep.
Be okay to be clunky.
Hi, Barbara.
Thanks for joining.
Carl, I need to go.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was going to let Barbara know that we ended up
I know.
finishing the session. So you've come to right at the end there, Barbara. But I have recorded the session, so you could check out the session on the replay.
Yeah.
Okay, and where do I look for it on the replay?
I will let people know because I'm wondering.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll let people know on the Facebook group. But and Donna, Joy, Barbara, appreciate you guys coming in and
No, thank
jumping
you.
in the
Oh.
session.
Cool.
So,
Pleasure.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Colin.
I'm really
Thank you for your
sorry.
time.
Thank you.
Late.
It was wonderful. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Anne.
Bye,
And
Joy.
thanks for those who are
Thank
watching
you,
the
Barbara.
replay. Thank you again.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
See
everybody.
you guys.